I'm the sports professor, Rick Horrow. Welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, Inside the Mega Events. It's a $1 trillion sports business, to be sure, and about 50 to 60% of those dollars are wrapped up in the mega events, the championships, Super Bowls, All-Star Games, World Series, Wimbledon, tennis majors, golf majors, NASCAR championships, IndyCar championships, Ryder Cup. All of those too numerous to mention. I'm in my office to kick off the show, but I'm not here a lot. I'll be on the road on a weekly basis to bring you the inside tips from those major events. The balance sheets, who wins, who loses, the interviews, how you put on the events, and how you sustain them. This is all brought to you by Edelman Financial.
Money doesn't come with instructions. That's why we created Edelman Financial Services to help you with everything from college and retirement planning to managing your investments, helping you achieve retirement security. We're among the nation's top financial advisors. Come see how we can help you.
We have the founding CEO of Group 1001. He's also a Ripken Foundation board member and a title sponsor of this field and many others that we're building around the country, Dan Tauris. Dan, thank you. And of course, we have baseball's Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr. Thank you, Cal. Now, will you please welcome our MC for this morning? He's a good friend of the Ripken Foundation, and he's the Fox Sports television show, The Power of Sports, Rick Horrow. Come on up, Rick.
Thank you, Steve. The Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation was created in 2001 by Cal, Bill, and the Ripken family to honor their father, who was the ultimate coach to so many young athletes in so many ways. The mission of the Ripken Foundation is to help build character and teach life lessons to underserved young people through sports and educational programs in some of the toughest communities in the United States. This year, the Ripken Foundation is on track to impact over 1.5 million underserved kids across the country through their partnerships with 561 youth-serving organizations and law enforcement agencies. This field is number 84 for the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation, and there are many, many, many more on the horizon. We call them youth development parks, and they're designed simply to give our young people a clean and safe place. And this park would not have been possible without the Chicago Parks District. They've guided this project through from start to finish. I'd like to invite the COO of the Chicago Parks District to join me at the podium to say a few words.
Thank you, Rick. Good morning.
Good morning.
We can do better. Good morning. Good morning. Sounds like a lot of tap guys. I don't hear the pass guys. I'm pleased to be here with all of you. 38th Ward Alderman Nick Sposato, Arnie from Chicago Public Schools, the legendary Cal Ripken Jr., Mr. Ricketts from the Cubs, student athletes from the Shamrocks, from Taft, as well as members of the Dunning community to celebrate the completion of the Reed Dunning Youth Development Park. The field is more than a nice addition to the Dunning community. It is a resource that brings vital opportunities to this area. It gives our children and teens a chance to explore, play baseball, softball, soccer, and yes, lacrosse to the northwest side.
Rugby!
Field hockey too. And rugby. And any other sport that we can put out here. It provides a place for them to hone their skills and complete a whole new level, and quite possibly develop beyond their wildest dreams. But even more importantly, participation in organized youth sports helps cultivate great people by instilling values of determination, teamwork, and respect for others. The completion of this Reed Dunning Youth Development Park is a direct investment in the young people here with us today and the countless young boys and girls who will one day follow in your footsteps. I look forward to seeing the field bustling with young athletes, coaches, families, and fans for many years to come. And this wouldn't happen without the great partners here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. We'd now like to recognize another fantastic partner on the project, the Chicago Cubs Charities. Chicago Cubs Charities, obviously trendsetter and large in the community and around North America, and we have none other than the man that basically brought the last 5 or 6 generations of Chicagoans together for winning the first World Series in Chicago in 108 years, the executive chairman of the Cubs, Tom Ricketts.
You know, every time I hear that 108 years, I just still remind myself how incredible a journey we've been on. You know, it's pretty hard to not win the World Series for 108 years. There's only 16 teams for most of those days. But anyway, it's a great honor to be here to represent Chicago Cubs and Chicago Cubs Charities. It's a great honor to be on stage with all the people that put this great project together. It's particularly great to be on the stage with Cal Ripken Jr. here. A few years ago, Greg Maddux was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I got to take my sons to one of the parties. And one of the most cherished photos that they have is one with Cal and Reggie Jackson and my sons together. So it's really special to be on the stage up here. It's the second time we've worked with the Ripken Foundation. We had another project on the south side that we worked on together. But in any case, it's an honor for Cubs Charities to be involved in something like this. Over the past several years, Cubs Charities has donated over $7.5 million to projects throughout the city, 60 ball fields, 59 different programs, and provided youth sports equipment for thousands and thousands of kids trying to play. But it's really not just about playing the game. It's really about having a safe place to go, to be with your friends, and to know that you're going to be all right. And so Cubs Charities continues to look for opportunities to do what's best for Chicago's youth and to promote our game and all games and create safe spaces throughout the city. So I just want to thank everyone up on the stage who has worked so hard to make this project happen, our team at Cubs Charities, and you guys who get to use it. I hope you have a lot of fun here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom Ricketts. St. Patrick High School is one of the schools that will use this field for their sports programs. I believe we have a number of students from the school here today. Do we have a number of students from the school here today? Yeah, we do. I said, do we have a number of students from the school here today? Yeah. A number of quiet students from the school here today. I'd like to ask Dr. Joseph Schmidt, president of St. Patrick High School, to come to the podium and say a few words. Dr. Schmidt.
You can tell who's done with school and who is still in school with the enthusiasm. So congratulations to both schools. We're going to have a great opportunity here. So this is a dream come true. 6 years ago when Alderman Cullerton, we took a ride out here and took a look, and believe me, you remember what a mess that was. To be able to, 6 years later, be here with such a beautiful stadium. Thanks to really everybody that's on the stage. It's been thanked already, but it also goes to the mayor's office. It goes to Senator Horrow in the 10th district. So many people are responsible. And to the Park District who really have led this charge. Some board of directors at St. Pat's and Chicago Public Schools. But look at what is going to happen to the northwest side of Chicago. We're going to have so many great feeder sports programs here for kids from age 5 to 21 and 2 great high schools to be able to use this space. It's just an awesome thing for the northwest side of Chicago. So special thanks to Pat LeVar and the Park District for really leading the charge. Pat, thank you so much. And to have Mr. Ripken and to have the Cubs here involved with this project is really special. Thanks. And how about we caught a morning without rain? That's another great fortune. So thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Schmidt. By the way, thanks for the jinx. Everybody go get your umbrellas and ponchos. To close out the event this morning, it's my pleasure to call upon 2 distinguished gentlemen. Dan Towers is the founding CEO of Group 1001. He's a member of the board of the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation and a major donor to this magnificent project. a man who I know cares deeply about the welfare of America's children. And of course, we have baseball's Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr. And upon retirement from the game of baseball, he and his brother Cal created the Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation to honor the legacy of their dad, Cal Ripken Sr., who really was the ultimate life coach to so many young people. I can attest personally to the fantastic work the family and organization are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome my friend Dan Towers and Cal Ripken Jr.
Well, thank you. It's just a great day to be here. You know, Group 1001, we really do believe in the power of sports and education to change lives and help build communities. And as we've gotten involved in these programs, we've just seen the impact that happens in the communities. I can remember when an athletic director at one of the ball fields ran out to me and talked about how it not only changed the school, the kids at the school, but the parents' involvement. It impacted the cheerleaders, the band, the pep rallies, and all the things that happen with that. It all comes about having the opportunity to get on the field and play, the ability and the opportunity to participate. And we believe that the life lessons learned on these fields go hand in hand with education, which just really opens doors and opportunities to kids and to communities. And so it's something that we believe strongly in. And so we're just so happy to partner with the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation to be a part of fields like this and days like this, where we really get to see the finished product and just the bright hope in everybody's eyes as to what lies ahead in the days to come. So thanks for letting us be here today, and we're really excited for your community and what lies ahead.
I made Dan go first because I was still trying to figure out what I might want to say. It's my job to actually give you a little bit of understanding of how the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation started. Cal Ripken Sr. was my dad. We used to call it the Encyclopedia of Baseball, but he dedicated his life to coaching. He got hurt really young as a player, didn't get to fulfill his dream like I did and my brother Billy did. So he made a lifetime out of helping other people achieve their dreams. And he was, the first 14 years of my life, he was in the minor leagues. He was a minor league manager and instructor, which meant he played a father role to many of the kids that came in. Kids from all over the country, all different backgrounds, and they all had in common this desire to play baseball and make it. So Dad was more a parent sometimes than actually a coach. But also, he used his status as a coach during those times on Saturday mornings to go out and be with kids that didn't have all the same structure or the advantages. And he was a dad to those kids as well. And he used sport to kind of communicate to them, and then used sport to actually communicate about life to them. And so he helped so many kids, and I witnessed that as a child when I went along with him. And my motives were selfish. I went along with my dad so I could spend time with my dad, in the car ride over and back. But I saw the magic that he had. So when I lost my dad to lung cancer, and he was only 63 years old, about 20 years ago, we decided to capture what Dad's legacy was by starting the Cal Ripken Senior Foundation and capture that magic. So in a sense, we use baseball the same way he did to get in front of kids and give them an opportunity and a chance. And we all know how valuable sports are. I mean, it teaches us so many different lessons. I mean, your individual responsibility to the team, and also how to work together as a team. So when I started thinking about this, and Tom referenced it in the Hall of Fame, I get to go up to the Hall of Fame. I was inducted in '07, and I get to go up to the Hall of Fame every year for the new inductees and listen to their speeches. And invariably, when they go back over their life and start to think who was instrumental in their lives, they start to identify a teacher, a coach, someone early on that took a special interest in them in sport that helped carry them through. And that is the magic that my dad used to use, and that's the magic that we continue to use. We couldn't be more proud in Dad's name to help as many kids as we could. And there's one program that we're especially proud of that I should mention to you. It's our Badges for Baseball program. And our Badges for Baseball program is essentially, we train law enforcement a little bit about baseball. And then they go and trade in tough areas to form a relationship with those kids. So we turn police officers into coaches, and then we start that relationship with the coach. And the kids benefit greatly because they have adults who care, and the law enforcement are seen now in a more positive light, and that really works well for them too. So it's a marriage really made, but you know, it's not so much that they're teaching baseball and we're finding the next big league baseball player. We're appealing to them because it's fun, and we're helping them in their problems in their everyday life. So we're creating mentorships, and we couldn't be more proud of that. So in the name of my father and from the Ripken family, we want to celebrate this field today. But I think the greatest part about celebrating the field is not the pomp and circumstance that happened now. It's when you come back and see how it's used. When you see people out there enjoying it and seeing the lessons each and every day. And that's what we feel is most important. So thank you all for coming, and thank you all for your support.
Thank you, Cal, and thank you, Dan. And 84 fields, 1.5 million youth served all over the country. When you look at the support here, the school district, the individual school, Group 1001, the alderman of the district, obviously the Parks District as well, obviously the Chicago Cubs, and Cal Ripken on behalf of his dad. You can see that this is an incredible public-private partnership that sets the tone all over the country for number 85 and beyond, and this particular process and field is in good hands. Thank you all for coming. Now the fun starts. Now we do the ribbon cutting. Those on the stage, please go back to home plate, and you guys who are with the schools kind of line up with your schools back there. Thank you all very much for coming.